Hey, everybody. Happy New Year. And way back in episode 44, we talked about surprising the bride and groom. And today I'm going to talk about a way to do that and a little bit about taking risks. And I want to preface this. I'm going to show you a video here in a second, but I want to preface this by telling you about why planning and understanding your client's needs and wants and personalities is so important. It allows you to take calculated risks. What I'm going to show you is a very calculated risk, and I'll set it up a little bit so that it'll make some sense. One of the things we've talked about before that I would always do at weddings is I would call it managing the toasts. And so I would talk to the people in advance about what they were going to cover in their toast. And so I wasn't surprised and I could be ready. So this was a wedding where I talked to the best man and he had written out his toast. And one of the things he wrote is, if I begin to ramble, just play me off. And you'll see that in the video. And then we sort of cut ahead. And he's actually doing a pretty good job. And then he begins to ramble. But I know that he's put this in there. So I've set this up. And I'm ready. I'm telling my DJ it's probably not going to happen, but be ready in case we get this opportunity. And an opportunity presented itself. And it definitely is a risk to do what I'm going to show you. But you'll see, like in this case, it was a risk with well calculated, well thought out, and it paid off. They don't always pay off. I've done some things over the years that's like, I probably shouldn't have done that. But if you don't take some risks, if you don't try some new things, you're just going to do a cookie cutter approach all the time. So you have to try a few risks. As you watch this video, what I want you to really, watch the bride and groom, watch the best man, but also watch the people at the table in the back. And you see them sort of feeling for the best man, and he's not doing well, and as he begins to struggle a little bit, and then watch the reaction from everybody. And this is a moment that, and I talked to the bride and groom after the wedding, and actually even years after, and they still remember this as one of the funniest moments. So I'm going to share my screen with you here, and we'll watch this video, watch the things that I show you in the background. And I think that you'll get an idea that it's okay to take risks as long as you've thought these things through. All right, here we go.
It just makes me so happy, and like I said, I'm not one for speeches, so I'll try to keep it quick. And if I start rambling on, just cue the music and kick me out of here. And Dave knows it's not the first time I've been kicked out of a place. So both of us have been. So. You're completely you smart, talented, but more importantly, your heart is warm, and it's incredible. So you're like a.
Okay, so just because we got a big laugh doesn't mean it's appropriate. I mean, that's one of the mistakes that people make is they do really bad jokes that are inappropriate, and because people laughed, they think that it paid off. In this case, because I got to talk to the best man a little bit in advance, I got a feel for who he was, I knew the bride and groom well, I knew who they were, and I was pretty sure this would work, and it did. And by work, I mean, not only did it get a really big laugh at the moment, and it sort of lightened the mood, and we were able to move on, and it's a good memory for everybody. Was the best man embarrassed a little bit? Yeah, probably, but he knew he was dying. You could see that going on, so it probably helped more than hurt. So we'll talk more about this in future episodes about taking a risk. There's a lot of ways to take risks, and I'm all in favor of surprising the bride and groom and taking risks as long as you have thought it through in advance, weighed the pros and cons, and you have to think in terms of, will this help me gain future business or will this cost me future business? So that's the first one of 2021. We'll see you next week.